There's a great scene in the television dramatization of I, Claudius with Derek Jacobi. Let all the poisons that lurk in the mud hatch out. Claudius's immortal words from Robert Graves' book, I, Claudius, resonate, or Claudius the God, resonate with eerie familiarity in the latest spectacle of international justice, or the lack thereof. The abrupt departure of Andrew and Tristan Tate from Romania, facilitated allegedly by Donald Trump's administration. It's less of a legal manoeuvre and more of a case study in opportunistic power, in the theatre of power. For 2 years, the Tate brothers have been entangled in Romania's legal system, facing serious and worrying allegations and of human trafficking, of money laundering, of inappropriate behaviour. And while they have maintained their innocence, their bombastic online presence, particularly Andrew's self-styled persona as a misogynistic guru, has turned them into a polarising spectacle. And their claims that Romania was a jurisdiction where the rich could get away with anything now appears to have been proven true, except it wasn't Romanian corruption that has enabled their influence, but their escape, but the influence of a US president who seems prepared to turn any sort of disaster upside down to get to make a buck. When news broke that the Tates had been granted their passports and allowed to leave Romania, speculation ran wild. Why would Donald Trump, a man eyeing a peace deal with Putin, bother intervening in the fate of two controversial influencers? Well, this isn't the case of a political prisoner or an exiled dissident. Andrew Tate is no Alexei Navalny, nor is he a latter-day Dreyfus. He is at best a wealthy internet provocateur facing grave allegations and at worst an emblem of everything that is toxic about hyper-masculine grift culture. The mere suggestion that Trump or his circle might have played a role in Tate's release raises even more serious questions about Trump's priorities as a reality star made good as president. If the reports are accurate, Trump or his allies lobbied the Romanian president at the Munich Security Conference, securing the Tate's return to the US. And whether this was done out of an ideological camaraderie or a political stunt remains open for debate. It's clear, however, that the Tate brothers' social media influence plays a significant role in their appeal. Trump, the ultimate media mogul, the media manipulator, likes to see them as useful amplifiers within his ecosystem. Tristan Tate has openly stated that his brother's role in persuading millions of young men to support Trump cannot be ignored. And given Trump's razor-thin margins in key states, could he genuinely believe that the fervour of Tate's online disciples translated into votes to get him into the White House? Is this gratitude? Or is this merely another example of Trump's long-standing habit of rewarding those who demonstrate loyalty regardless of the ethical ramifications of that? The Romanian prosecutors insist that the charges against the Tates remain in place, and that they're expected to return to Romania in March. But does anyone genuinely believe that will happen? The US has an extradition treaty with Romania, but would Trump's America honour it? Even in cases where justice demands action, the US has been known to protect its own citizens from foreign persecution, especially if those citizens have influential allies, and if Trump remains in power. One can easily envisage a scenario in which he refuses to extradite the Tates, claiming the charges are politically motivated. Meanwhile, UK authorities are also seeking to prosecute Andrew Tate over unrelated allegations, meaning that Keir Starmer's government could soon find itself in a diplomatic conundrum. If the UK pushes for extradition, they may have to deal with a White House that sees Tate as a political asset rather than a criminal defendant. Maybe he'll be given a job in the new cabinet. This entire episode is a reminder that international justice is rarely about justice at all. It's about leverage, influence, and the shifting sands of political expedience. Trump, the man who demanded the release of Alice Marie Johnson from prison during his first term as a PR stunt is now reportedly extending his personal brand of mercy to two internet personalities accused of deeply serious crimes, and his approach to power is not about principles, it's about perception. The Tate Brothers' escape from Romanian jurisdiction, facilitated or not by Trump's circle, will embolden those who already believe that wealth and influence will buy impunity. More concerningly, this demonstrates the malleability of international legal cooperation in the face of political opportunism. The fact that Tate has been elevated from a social media troll to a figure seemingly worth high-level diplomatic intervention should alarm anyone who values the rule of law. Perhaps like Claudius, we are watching those poisons hatch. Only this time they aren't confined to Rome. In a novella, they're spreading across the world, fueled by power, populism, Putin, and the cynical calculus of modern politics.